Yo, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me make sure I'm good. Oh, man. All right. Good morning, everybody. I don't know why. See, I'm starting to get irritated now because I don't know why I don't know why I thought I fixed it last night. And I've got double audio. I've got double audio coming from my software, which is super annoying, man. I got to figure this. I stayed up last night and thought I fixed it, and I apparently did not. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Oh, man, this is irritating. All right, let me pull up Twitter and let me go to, we can have the, man. I don't know what I did. I have no clue what I did to my, I have no idea I have no clue, and I'm irritated. What's going on? Say it. What up, D? What's up, Lions? What's up, Lori? Good morning. Good morning. It's all right, David. I'll figure it out. The show goes on anyway. Is Graham out today? Yes, he is. Graham Glasgow is out today. All right, so welcome to the pregame tailgate. There will be no Frank Ragnow today. All right, that is pretty much certain that will not happen. This is a very weird situation. All right, so real brief synopsis on what happened. So I went in and tried to change some audio settings because I'm trying to bring guests into my show. But when I bring a guest into my show, they can hear themselves. So they hear themselves twice. I don't. I only hear them once, but they hear themselves twice. So I was talking back to the software company trying to figure out how does it work with my new mixer, and what they're telling me is not working. So I go in, I put the settings back to what they were, and now I have an echo whenever I get audio that originates from the computer. And I don't know how to fix it. And so it's truly irritating. Young Fred, what up, though? Says Frank gonna play next Thursday for show. Who's playing center? I'm guessing it's gonna be Tate. I have no idea. I don't know. Shout out to the Lions Syndicate mug. This mug is, hey, look, I got the whole hookup, bro. That's crazy. Oh, by the way, I think my favorite item on my store is the hoodie. The hoodie is fire, bro. That mug is comfortable. I might actually put a different design on another hoodie just so I can buy another hoodie. Oh yeah, Christian Cologne, probably. All right, so Frank is probably not going to play. I don't know, man. I'm kind of iffy on next week. I don't think he plays next week either. I think he's going to need that full 17, 18 days in order to play. But today is a big game for the Lions. It's a huge game. If you didn't catch it last night, Josh Pascal is done for the year, and his career with the Detroit Lions may be over. His 21-day window expired yesterday, and he was not elevated. When I was making my roster video, I didn't even remember that yesterday was the deadline. So when they didn't raise him, they put him up for the season. So this was his fourth year with the Lions. Him, Hutch, Jamison Williams, all those guys are in year 4. So Josh Pascal we might have seen him play his last game as a Detroit Lion. So he's probably not going to be back. What up, Jay? Says happy game day. Slow says let's get this W. Lions are getting this win today, says David. So probably Christian Cologne. He's probably going to play center. Do you think Frank plays one and done, or does he play the final 2 years? Love the stream. Okay, well, Green, appreciate your support, my man. And also, so he's under contract for next season. It's just one more season. I actually saw a tweet from Detroit Sports Podcast asking that same question. Is he going to play next year? I think it's too early to say. I think he has to come back. Frank is only going to play 4 games. He's only going to play 4 games, and then the additional playoff games, assuming the Detroit Lions make the playoffs. But it's too early to tell. Now, some people believe that this was a ploy by the Detroit Lions to, like, not a ploy, I don't want to say that this was the plan all along. This was the plan, that Frank was always going to come back, but because of his he didn't want to do training camp and all that stuff. And you know the crazy thing is, I wonder if he could do this next year. Appreciate everybody with the Thanksgiving wishes, man. Thank you. How are we feeling about the game today? We are feeling, I'm a little nervous. I am especially nervous about the pass rush and the ability for that offensive line to hold up against a game-changing game wrecker. Micah Parsons is a game wrecker, bro. Like, there's no denying that Micah Parsons is that guy. For the 5th year in a row, he now has double-digit sacks. Like, you can't deny the game changer that Parsons is. And even though he had, like, one sack against his first game as a Green Bay Packer, the dude has essentially gotten a sack a game. Like, real talk. So, and that's more than we can say for our D-line, right? We go games without sacks. So speaking of, I want to show y'all something as well. If you missed the video last night, I'm glad I keep all this stuff. Man, I'm so irritated at this sound, bro. You have no idea how mad I am. All right, I want to show you what the defense was when we played the Giants. So here's what the defense was looking like when we went into the game against the Giants. All right, you can see we were 5th in total defense. We were 8th in passing. We were 8th in rushing. We were 6th in sacks. We were 10 in points per game. And we were 8th in turnover differential. This is where we are after the game against the New York Giants. We are now 11th in total yards. We are 15th in passing defense. We are 11th in rushing defense. We are now 8th in sacks. And we are 12th in points per game. As I was getting dragged through the mud about this pass rush, I want to show you something, all right? This is over the last 4 weeks. Let me make sure I have the right. Okay. This is over. This is the Lions pass rush. I want you to pay attention to second one from the bottom from sacks. Okay. So going into week 10, the Lions were 2nd in sacks. This is where they were after week 10 going into week 11. This is where they were after week 11 going in week 12. And this is where they are now. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern? So unless they have a game today against Jordan Love, this is because, yeah, so there you go. All right, so let me see. What is that? Abroad in Korea says, can't even talk unless I'm sub for 7 days. Okay, well, first of all, thank you for your super chat. That's kind of weird that you were able to super chat, but you can't comment. Okay, so here's why that is, all right? It's like that because the pregame tailgate is for people that have been subscribed to the channel. It's like a tailgate. We're having, if you've been subscribed to the channel, if you just found me, I'm sorry about that. But the next time we do it, you should be able to do it. The game and the post-game show are not like that. This here is for people that have been around for a while. So I appreciate the super chat. I'm sorry you can't comment. If you hit that sub button, then you'll be able to do it next week. Nin Johnson says, can I talk? Let's go Lions. It would make sense for Frank to play next season. Why would you only come back to play a handful of games this season? Well, David, that's true. But at the same time, we don't know how he's going to feel. He doesn't know how he's going to feel. You know what I mean? So I would love if Frank Ragnow, like, I don't want to go past this season, but if Frank Ragnow plays next season, that is going to be colossal. Appreciate that. Thank you to Slow. I appreciate that, man. Says happy Thanksgiving, Derek. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Personally, I see Decker and Ragnow leaving the field together. If that's the case, do you prioritize the O-line over edge at the draft since it's probably within 2 years? Okay, so Green, that's a good question. So here's what I think is going to happen. If I think that it's going to depend on Frank, let me tell you why. Taylor Decker, the Lions have an out. If he leaves, I think they save $21 million. I'm not sure. I have to look at over the cap. But think about this, and let me get your thoughts on this. The chat. If you were Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, offensive line. Now, granted, Taylor has lost a step. You know, the offensive line is not the same. But, I mean, he is holding it down on Jared Goff's left side. So, if you're the Detroit Lions and your all-pro center comes back out of retirement, the season is over, and he tells you, you know what? I'm going to finish my time with the Detroit Lions. I talked to the wife. I'm going to finish my time. We are going to I'm going to finish my time here. And you say, okay, you, Panay, Frank, let's run it back. Let's run it back. Now, the problem with that is that eventually you're going to have to get a left tackle. So do you get one in free agency? Do you draft one? And see, Brad is going to have to play. Like, Dan might have, look, Frank Ragnow might have saved Brad Holmes. Like, real talk, because if that's the case, like, if Tate is going to take over as center eventually, he can get trained by Frank. Just think about that. Tate didn't have that luxury before. So I don't know what they're going to do. Abroad in Korea says, been here since the DoorDash dad days. Bro, that's crazy, man. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, so bro, it's like a thing where, you know, I try to make it so it's like 7 days for this show, and then it's 5 minutes for the live stream, and then the post-game show is anyone can comment. Does anyone know who's going to play center for us today? Probably Christian Cologne. It's safer to draft the tackle. Yes, Braylon, that is true. But with the lack of, like, okay, where do you take a tackle at? Who are you taking? Lions have no first round, no third round pick. So where are you, if you're in the chat and you want to take a tackle, who are you taking in the first 2 rounds? The first 2 rounds in the NFL draft, who are you taking? Appreciate that, Trees. Our O-line better had eaten some Wheaties this morning. Yeah, hey, master, they going to need it. Either first or second round. Okay, who we taking in the first round then? Who are you taking in the first round? So, listen. Today is a giant game for the Detroit Lions. Like, it is big. First of all, it's the second of 3 games at home. It's Thanksgiving. You lost 6 or 7 in a row prior to last year. Last year wasn't the greatest ending. The Lions have to win this game. There is so much that rides on today's game. Like, I don't want to be over dramatic. So as a matter of fact, that'd be a great overreaction segment for next week if the Lions lose this game. Because a win here, automatically, if the Lions win this game, the Packers, they switch place with the Packers. And no matter what happens this weekend, they're in the playoffs. If they lose this game, then they're out no matter what happens this weekend. But going back to if they win and the Bears lose, we go from out of the playoffs to the 3rd seed by Tuesday morning, right? How insane is that? If we lose this game, we stay the 8th seed no matter what. Now, we might be able to drop down. I'm not, because Carolina is now 6-6. So I think we stay the 8th seed, like, no matter what happens. So it is so much riding on today. A win, we have the possibility to be the 3rd seed. A loss, and for the 3rd consecutive week, we are outside the playoffs, man. I mean, it's weird seeing us in the hunt. Like, on that graphic, we're off to the side, man, to the right side, which is crazy. Okay, so first round OT, second round DE. Edge first round says slow. Or would Oregon in the second round, DE then tackle. You know what? I'm wondering if we are even going to take a DE. Look, Brad got a lot of work to do next year. And I think, you know what I think Frank Ragnow was, to be honest with you? I think he was a Hail Mary. I think Frank Ragnow was a Hail Mary, because if you look at, like I said, we got 5 people. There are 5 defensive linemen under contract for next year. 5 of them. Davenport should not be back. Levi shouldn't be back. I have a feeling they're going to bring Pasco back. None of those guys are needle movers. So no DJ Reader, no Al-Qadim Muhammad, no Roy Lopez. Like, all the defensive line is completely wiped out. So he has a lot of work to do. So that's why I'm kind of wondering, like, was Frank a Hail Mary for this year? Did they get him with the hope that he can play next year as well? You know, with the maybe. And then we try to kind of piece things around him and make a push next year, because look, you blink your eye and Dan Campbell are in year 7. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we got to get to 6 first. But if Frank does play next year, all of a sudden he'll be in year 7, which is crazy to think. All right, let me make sure the Lions ain't. Okay, they keep posting all this stuff, but none of it is the when the inactive report comes out, we will talk about that. What's up? The Los Angeles Angels said with the super chat 199, thank you, says Jake Slaughter center, first round Florida. Okay, question. When do you think he's going to go? You think he's going to be there? Who is calling the game for us today, Derek? Brandon, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if Tom Brady's going to do Dallas because he did Dallas last week. So I don't know. I have no clue. Is it no? Vilma was last week. I don't know. Okay, so Slaughter would be a second round pick. Hey, Tammy. C. Poole with the super chat. I appreciate you. Says we only have 2 linebackers under contract in 2026. Okay, so that would be Jack Campbell and who? Who's the other one? Wow. Wow. So is it ooh, wow. Look, this offseason is going to be crazy because right when the season is over, we can start signing our guys. Wow. Wow. See, Poole, who's the other one, bro? Anne-Marie, good morning. Good morning. Do we trade Tesla? No, we don't trade Tesla. Yo, I can't believe. Oh, Derek Barnes. That's right. That is right. Thank you, guys. Yo, the Lions game is on Tubi today. I know Fox owns Tubi, but come on, man. Tubi, bro? That's crazy. My wife got a big laugh out of that last night. Okay, so Malcolm Rodriguez, I do think he's going to be re-signed, but he is not under contract. He's in year 4 of his he was drafted the same year as Hutch, and now he's on his last year. Yeah, the Lions game is going to be on Tubi, which is insane. That's insane. I forgot about that. So Derek Barnes got did he get a 2 or 3 year deal? Remind me, guys. So what are you most concerned about today? What are you most concerned about today in today's game? Oh, I'm so irritated, man. I am so mad. You have no idea how frustrating it is when you're trying to upgrade your equipment, right? You're trying to do something new, and then you're doing everything right, but something goes wrong, and you don't know what that going wrong that thing is. So now you're stuck trying to figure out. So I spent about an hour last night. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's happening? Why is it double sound? What's going on here? And I can't figure it out, man. I can't. And I thought I figured it out, and then there's double sound today. 3 year deal. Okay, so he's got 2 left. Do you think Brad would draft an edge in this draft, even though he took Ahmed last year? Brad seems like the guy not to get in such a heavy edge draft class. I don't think he does. And if you're wondering, so check this out. When we cut Ahmed, his contract is over. So instead of being on our team for another 3 seasons, he's not. So that's why I don't understand, like, why I know that Lions fans, they want to love this guy because of what his story and all of this stuff. But when we cut him, we were saying, yo, we cut him like James Houston. He is exactly James Houston. Like, James was drafted in the 6th round. James Houston didn't make the team. We had to bring James Houston back on the practice squad. And then after that season was over, I think we signed James Houston to a exclusive rights, I think it was, for 2 years, which was 2023 and 4. And then we cut him in the middle of 2024. It was something like that. Oh, by the way, I forgot about this. So I can go to Anne-Marie, according to Fox, you can go to Tubi and watch the Lions on Tubi. That's what it said. Oh, wow. TM with the super chat. Appreciate you. Says, happy Thanksgiving. Go Lions. Thank you so much, T. I like the picture change as well. Wow, I appreciate that. Had 11 sacks last year, I think. Personally, I like. Okay, can we do this? Can we do this, y'all? I know we brought up the draft, but can we not talk about that right now? I have a thing, like, I don't want to go too forward when we're in the season. We spend, like, there's like 8 months of off season, so can we just focus on the current, like, please? We got plenty of time to talk about the draft. I keep looking at I keep looking at mock drafts, and it keeps saying we would take an edge from Ohio State. Slow says, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's awesome. You are doing great on my end here. You sound good. Tammy, no. It's when I bring in audio from my computer that this happens. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea, but it's driving me crazy. Because I didn't do anything. I didn't, like, I whatever I did, I don't know what I did, but I was, anyway. Thank you, Coach Derek. Happy Thanksgiving Day. No, Tammy, no, we good. I appreciate you. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to make things better and then I made things worse. And now I can't bring in computer audio because then there's an echo and I don't know how to fix it. Yes, is Josh Jacobs playing today? Yes, he is. He 100% is. So what we'll do is in about 8 minutes, the inactive list will be out. As soon as that comes, I'll bring that in and then we wrap up the show. But Josh Jacobs is playing today. I don't know how good he's going to be coming off a knee injury. He didn't play last week. They probably were saving him for today. I'll be shocked if we win today. Says, really? I don't know if shocked is the word. Shocked. I mean, okay, like I'm a little nervous about today. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Packers got a legit defense. They have a legit defense. Micah Parsons is a problem. He wasn't such a problem in game one, but he's like a certified Packer now, and he's got a problem. He is a problem, and I'm nervous that our offensive line can hold up. But what I'm gonna tell you what I see today. You know what I think the X factor is today? I think the X factor is David Montgomery. I think we're gonna see a ton of David. I think David Montgomery is going to. We've been saving him for this game. I think we're gonna see a lot of. Plus Jameer, he got 200 plus yards, 72 hours. 96 hours ago. So I think we see a heavy dose of Monty today. Braylon went to Super Chat. Appreciate you, bro. Says, fun fact, Derek, Hutch currently has 8.5 sacks. He needs 1 full sack to equal his rookie year and 3 to tie his career high of 11.5. You know what? That's 100% facts. It makes you wonder what would have happened last year. Aiden had, 7.5 in week 7 or something like that? And check this out. Myles Garrett is probably not only going to win the sack leader of the year, he's going to pass Michael Strahan. Yo. Myles Garrett needs 5 sacks in the rest of the NFL season to pass Michael Strahan, bro. Unbelievable. Let me see. Hutch has, so we have 6 games left. Hutch has 8.5. He definitely gets to double digits. Where do you think Hutch, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hutch is going to get a career high. He's going to get a career high of, man, that made me mad, man. That actually makes me mad. Okay, so Jordan says, appreciate the super chat, 199, says, we got Rag now. Let's get back Zadarius. Okay, so I got to apologize for that. I was so excited yesterday that I mentioned Zadarius. And then I forgot that Zadarius isn't just simply retired. He retired after signing with the Eagles. So he would be an Eagle. And he has until today to unretire because they play tomorrow. So if he's not unretired and back with the Eagles by 4 o'clock today, he's done for the season. I was thinking, though, what if he returned next year? So a lot of times, man, these guys retire because they're going through something or they want the year off and they wind up coming back. So I was too excited, and I forgot that he belongs to the Eagles. He will get there. He's been robbed a couple of times, but his pressures are up there. We can't. He belongs to the Eagles. Yeah, 14 sacks. Okay, so here's I was getting a little upset because I'm thinking about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett had 3 sacks on Sunday. The rest of the team had 7. One of the reasons that Aiden is because I'm looking at it, because Braylon, he brought up a good point, and it made me think, okay, so you get 9.5 your rookie year. You get 11.5 your sophomore year. You're on a tear, man. Your third year, you get hurt. I mean, Aiden was like crazy, man. He was killing folks. He gets hurt. He comes back. 8.5. So when you look at the total numbers, they look pedestrian. Like they do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, is that because he doesn't have anybody? Think about it. If you put 3 people on one guy, it's going to be really, really hard, even for Myles Garrett, for you to get sacks. And how when you have other people who get sacks, it opens up for your star to really do his thing. So I'm like, yo, if Brad don't get him some help, bro, we might not ever see Hutch with 15, 16 sacks. Like, I mean, so he got paid. Hutch got paid off potential, right? So he's only had double-digit sacks one time in his career, which was his rookie year. But we know he's capable of doing that. But when you are the lone person and nobody has to account for the team just focuses on you, it's going to be very difficult for you to get 20, 30. Look at TJ Watt. TJ Watt got Alex Highsmith. He's got what's the dude, man? The old, he 34, 35. It ain't Cam Jordan. He played for the Saints. He got whatever the dude's name. I forgot the guy's name. But even look at the New York Giants, right? People have help. Brad has failed Aiden. He's failed Aiden. Just think if we didn't have Aiden, it would be crazy. No, not Minka. He plays on the D-line. What is this dude's name, bro? Oh, man. I can't remember. Derek, what up? Do you think Davenport gets a sack? You know what? I'm willing it into existence. What up, A? Yes, the game is free to watch on Tubi. If you have, I don't even know how Tubi works. How long do you think Davenport will last this game? You know what, Master Chief? He playing the whole game. As a matter of fact, he finishing the season. He finishing the season, bro. He finishing the season. Yes, Hayward. I knew his name. Thank you, Trees. Cam Hayward. Yes, that's his name. So think about the help that other elite pass rushers have, because no matter how elite you are, you're going to need some help. You are going to need somebody, because if the rest of the squad ain't winning, they gonna put 3-4 people on you. Look, that's the way it is. Cam, let me see. AQM averages not even 50% of the snaps. DJ Reader is about the same. Aiden tires himself out being on 95%. No wonder our D-line sucks. Well, I didn't even look that information up, bro, but thank you. I'm not surprised by that. If AQM was that guy, why is he only playing 50% of the snaps? Why is Aleem McNeil playing edge? That's crazy, bro. Brad has failed him, and I'm going to tell you what, and I don't want to go too far because the offseason is long. It is long, man. From the moment your team is eliminated, you got the season-ending press conference, and then here we go again, right? February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So we got all that time to talk about how Brad has failed this team. I will mention it, you know what I'm saying? But it's obvious he's failed this team when it's come to getting some help for Aiden. Is Aleem playing DE today? We might see him out there. Yeah, he's finishing the season all right today when he gets hurt for the rest of the season. Stop playing Aleem at edge. Slow, what up, bro? Slow Toe Trail with the super chat. Says, goal. What's up, Will? What's up, man? All right, so any minute now, we should get Braylon. I know Braylon be on it, man. Let me know when the inactives come out, bro, if you see it before me. I hate Brad addresses the tackle position, but not the bookend position. He tripled up on DT. I wonder what his thinking was. Yeah, and that's why I got so upset at Broderick Martin. That's what, and I made a video last night. I couldn't remember who our third round picks were. So in 2021, it was Levi. It was what's his name? Iffy. In 2022, it was Kirby Joseph, right? In 2023, it was the 96th pick in the 2022 and 3 NFL draft. In 2024, who was our third round pick in 2024? In 2025, it was Isaac Tesla. 2024 third round pick was Giovanni. Okay, thank you. Manu was 2024. Is Kirby out for the season? No. Ennis was second round of 2024. Will with the super chat, appreciate you, my man, says happy Thanksgiving, Derek. I'm ready for Jordan Love to get sacked at least 3 times today, and Lions shut down the run. Go Lions. Speaking of that, how many sacks do you think the Lions get today? All right, I think it's out. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I haven't looked at it. All right, here is the inactive list for the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving game against the Green Bay Packers. We have Miles Frazier out. Graham out. Kirby Joseph out. Tyler Lacey, that sucks. Khalif Raymond. Mekhi Wingo. Brock Wright. Wow. Mekhi Wingo, what a waste. He's another 6th-round pick waste. So he's also the guy. I think these 2 gentlemen are under contract for next year. These are 2 of the 5 defensive linemen that we have under contract next year. Okay, all right. Somebody got to step up. Somebody got to step up and be wide receiver number 3. It's going to happen. All right, y'all, listen. I got to get ready for the stream. We'll be live at 12:30. I'm going to try to work on this sound and figure out what's going on, but I will see you guys. Thank you for all the super chats, and make sure you guys come back for the stream, all right? Go Lions. Oh, my God, I'm so upset. I am so irritated.